Hey, hey, hey. We are live. Live. Welcome to the first installment, hopefully of many, in which I play Sekiro Randomizer. I'm a bit excited for this. This is the first time I've played something on stream that's not a PlayStation game. So hopefully it works out great. And it's also, in general, a whole other game than Hollow Knight and Bloodborne. It's Bloodborne adjacent, I guess, but still. I think this can be a lot of fun. Let's see how it goes. Just turn up the volume a bit here, if I may. Settings. Sound display. Look at that. Okay, I hope that's good. Let's we'll come back to it while we're fighting, and I'm gonna do an audio check, but for now this is what we're doing. Alright, I don't know what that is, but yeah, loading up to a randomizer. I'm gonna wait because I'm actually gonna be playing with a friend of mine today, which I don't do usually. So we'll see how that goes. Let me just open this. But I'm still waiting for him to show up, so it will be in Sekiro for the time being. I'm really excited to see if this runs well as well, because first time streaming a PC game. Streaming and gaming on the same PC is not always in the middle of a G+. It's not always a good combo, but what the hell. Have I not done this for this save file? What the hell? We'll give it a go on the gauntlets while we wait. Just to warm up quickly. Ah, so it's Gyobu, and then Lady Butterfly, and then Inner Gilicho. That is the combo we're doing. Let's see if I can de-rust this quickly enough. Come here, boy. So this is the basically the first real boss of the game. And a very known fact about this game. If you know how to play, it's a lot easier. That sounded very obvious, but it's like learning any Souls game is like you improve pretty good. Like there's a pretty big factor of improvement there. There's nothing in comparison to what Sekiro is. For those unaware, which this is gonna be quite a few spoilers for Sekiro. For those unaware, Sekiro is like Souls, but we're focused on parrying instead of dodging. Which I cannot do right now. And you can also die twice instead of once. So that's sort of the premise of this game. It sort of makes it different from the other Souls games. And you also have a grappling hook, which is not a given that you can move in the... I guess that would be the third dimension. You can jump and stuff in this game. You can do that in Elden Ring, but before that, this was like the first game that had a big focus on vertical movement. What? Can I not dodge it? Yeah, this is just a New Game Plus file, I think. I'll be waiting. Alright. So I'll explain things as I go, just in case people are unaware about how this game works in comparison to the other Souls games. I definitely need to practice, so there's that also. See if we can do the glitch. There's like with the vertical movement thing, there are a lot of things you can do to get out of bounds, which makes this a really cool game to speedrun. See if I remember how to do this. I remember how to do it, but I don't remember the timing. It was really awkward without the music here. There we go. This makes it so that you can skip the entire first boss. You can also later on skip what many people might consider the hardest boss in the game. I don't know what actually happens when you leave this game in a gauntlet though, so I guess we're gonna find out. Nothing is spawned, but sort of self-explanatory. So what I'm doing now is I'm running out of a boss room. Well, this is burning. I'm out of the boss room, but I'm in a mode that doesn't really allow that. I could make my way over to the castle, but I don't remember. There's another skip you can do here to get past that door, which also skips the mini-boss. But I don't remember where to jump from that. Like, you gotta line up with one of these, I think, and then time your jump pretty well. Yeah, let's make our way over to the next boss. And then I'll take a look at the randomizer settings. Hey, no, that didn't work. Alright, let's go. Moving on to the next boss. This is just a boss rush kind of thing. But I thought could be a pretty good way to practice or you just get used to the controls again while I wait. There are a lot of things you'll hear when people talk about Sekiro though. And one of the main things is that it's sort of like a rhythm game. So the audio design for this is like an important detail in the gameplay. And even more so than the other ones, I guess. Because you see, the sword has like different. It make different sounds when they collide with other weapons, and that also like indicates how you're supposed to react to every single move. Talking doing this is a lot harder than I thought it would be. There we go. Another thing that this game has. There are a lot of things that this game has. It's very unique in terms of FromSoft Souls-like. But this also has like different tools. I guess you would have that in Dark Souls though, with the magic and stuff, but you sort of have different tools to your prosthetic arm. So right now you can see they have like shurikens, and they have like specific uses. So the shurikens are very good at dealing with airborne enemies. We have these guys that are the firecrackers. They're so usually good against like beast type enemies, because you can scare them. You have spear, which is good against certain enemies. You have a lot of other things as well that sort of specialize in like a couple of different enemies. So this game has a lot of like mechanics that you'd recognize. Like the parrying thing is gonna be like the most important thing of this entire game. Like more important than attacking almost. So like instead of staggering people, you build up the posture bar. So if you look at the top, the boss has a health bar and also a stagger bar. And they serve different purposes. So all you really need is to get one of those bars max, and you sort of do that in different ways. So like lowering the HP bar will also make it so that it takes longer for her and that's a kick. It will take longer for her to regain posture, which is sort of the strategy. Just get her HP as low as possible, and then you're usually gonna knock her off her posture eventually and get a death blow. And that's what allows you to take her down. Some enemies also require you to take them down multiple times. It's usually very obvious, and we'll get to that. Alright, third boss. This is Genichiro. Many people consider him like the first real difficult boss of the game. This one's like an ascended version of him again. He struggled with the items. One of the things that's like one of the most annoying things about this is that controls are like close enough to Bloodborne that you think you know what you're doing. But then there are some aspects of it that are just way off. Like instead of like in Bloodborne, you heal by pressing triangle on the PlayStation controller. In Dark Souls, it's like square. But in this game, it's D-pad up. So you can keep changing it up. Nice. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. Okay. I keep scrolling off the healing flask though. But they for some reason change it up every single game. Or every single new IP. Except for Elden Ring, which went back to the Dark Souls style. What am I doing? Yeah. Excuse me. Who would ever want to replay the folding screen monkeys? Let's do. So still no word from my friend, but I'll show up eventually and we'll start the randomizer shortly. Just stick with us. It's a lot of damage, Jesus. Noise. Yeah, so this guy is one of the beast type enemies in the game. And he's focused around like being a lot more random than all the other bosses. But it's still got the same sort of pattern. Jesus. Okay, new game plus on this guy is pretty insane. Almost got him down. So what you're gonna see now is that since his HP is so low, we're pretty close to like his stagger or posture won't go down as fast. Can I get this now? There you go. Decapitated. Easy peasy boss fight. It's got a fun arena too. You can like grapple around a lot. Surprise, surprise! There's a phase 2. This guy also has a new mechanic, the terror meter. If that reaches full, you'll just die immediately. So no, do that, please. gotta make sure I remember to keep this as a warm-up. This is not high quality gameplay yet. Okay, we're getting pretty close. Do I have the thing? I don't. Okay, I can... Yeah, you can actually pause this game. That's... right. Which is very handy, to say the least. And I missed the last one. You have to be kidding me. He's almost dead now. Perfect. You got some good access to some pretty late game tools. There you go, that's the Guardian Ape. Alright. I think it's about time I pull up the randomizer settings and we start to look at that. First, I'm gonna just check the audio real quick. See if the audio levels were fine. Actually, you can just say like that if you want. Oh yeah, it's for next time. This, and there's the randomizer field thing. So I just need to add the one. And that. Boom. There's the settings page. See how that looks on the stream. Boom. There's the settings page. Okay, see how that looks on the stream. Oh yeah, that's also echo because I'm streaming from, I'm using the desktop audio. Let me just and I just jumped to a point in the stream where I didn't say anything. You kind of have to focus a lot in this game though. He's almost dead now. Yeah, okay, so I think the audio is pretty good. Let's take a look at this. Let's take a look at this. I'm gonna play with the enemy randomizer option on. That's like the main thing that makes this like fun is the enemy randomizer. I guess both of them make it fun, so that's not really a good way to put it, but yeah, we have both enemy randomizer and item randomizers active. And we also, well, that means like everything here is checked. So I randomize every single boss, randomize every single mini boss. I also randomize the headless, which are like special grade mini boss type thing that are more of like a reoccurring thing that you farm in the end game. Oh, that's loud. Hello, hello. You're on the air.
Boogly boogly, that is very cool.
Yes, so I'm now going through the explanation of the randomizer. Do you want to introduce yourself first?
Well, indeed, my name is Ash. I am
Ish.
this wonderful person's friend.
Yes, and then there's me in the middle, and it's quite awkward, but we
Yes,
make it
yes,
work.
yes. The fictitious people, you know, I am their friend.
Yeah, you don't have any other friends. It's
No,
sad, really.
yeah, indeed.
Right,
Truly.
I'm going through the settings now. So we're gonna be playing this together, but
Mm-hmm.
it's sort of more of thing where we play alongside each other. It's not gonna be a race. It's not gonna be like a cooperating thing. We're just gonna have fun, talk shit, complain about whatever shit items we get to each other. And sort of like the main reason for that is I think randomizers are meant to be shared with others.
Yes.
I've played a couple of randomizers solo, and it's not as fun because you sort of the absurdity of the randomizer makes it great, and being able to tell other people about it is a lot of fun. Like the names of the bosses are also sort of merged together. So if you get a funny name, you can share it. If you get like headless owl, and you like can take the reference, owl is the father of the game, and now he's headless, or yeah, a lot of stuff like that. And you can complain, oh shit, I haven't gotten a single strength upgrade, and I've been playing for 2 hours, and we can share the pain.
Mm.
So most randomizers I've played have been a lot more fun in co-op, or like we play at the same time at least. Okay, going over the settings, we're gonna have the enemy randomizer on, obviously, and item randomizer, but all the bosses, mini bosses, headless, and regular enemies are random. So that means it doesn't mean that the bosses can spawn randomly everywhere, but it's gonna stay. It's gonna stay. Bosses are gonna randomize with other bosses, and mini bosses are gonna randomized with other mini bosses, and regular enemies are gonna be randomized with other regular enemies. We have the progression thing, which I tried tinkering with a bit last time, and that was a bit painful. So let's take it easy this time, I think.
Yep.
So these are sort of settings that are added to make the randomizer feel a bit more dynamic and a bit more enjoyable. So you don't get like late game bosses and you have to struggle with that for ages without any upgrades or without any extra tools and stuff like that. Scale up or down enemy health. Definitely gonna keep that on because I took it off last time and I regret it. Ash was stuck on one guy for like the better part of 2 hours before we call it quits. It's a very pleasant experience.
I got
Yes.
I got some of the some of the worst bosses just early on.
Yeah, the last mini boss of the entire game was just put like randomized with the first one. So instead of just running on over to the first actual boss, he was stuck there just chilling.
But hey, it was a fun challenge.
Indeed, and I mean that's part of the fun too. Okay, over to the enemy randomizer or item randomizer, and if it's not obvious, it's gonna randomize every single item in the game. And with these settings, they can be basically anywhere, but it's not gonna lock progression. So it's like there's not a room or like a door that you unlock with the key, and the key is gonna be in that room, so you can't get to it. It's always gonna be unlockable. So there's a logic behind where every item is placed. Usually available before enemy roadblocks. Yeah, probably. Skills and prosthetics are randomized, so you don't get the upgrades or skills and sort of tools that you usually would get early on might be hidden away. And memories are randomized, health upgrades are randomized. Yeah, I think that explains most of it. So only thing to really do is get on into it. Are you ready, Ash?
Mm-hmm.
Randomizing a new run, and I also have a surprise
Mm-hmm.
for the stream.
What?
You already know of
Not
it.
for me.
Not for
Not
you.